welcome to Holbeach Parish Council's PR and IT Committee. Item 78, apologies for absence, reasons given for attendance. None. Item 79, minutes from the previous meeting. In fact, I don't think I signed.
I'll have a look.
Yes, okay. Any comments from the minutes from
No,
from
I'm
March?
happy to
I read
propose.
those today.
I'll second.
All in agreement?
Yeah. Oh, it's quite right, you forgot to sign the last one.
Right.
The initial. And the initial.
Item 80, declarations of interest. To receive declarations of interest in accordance with the requirements of the Localism Act 2011 and to consider any requests for dispensations in respect of pecuniary and non-pecuniary interest in agenda items. No? Item 81, to receive an update on the photography competition for a Holbeach calendar. We now have 12 photos, some of which are duplicates. So I think we're going to need to try and get a bit more interest going. You put it on Facebook again, didn't you?
Yeah, I need to put it on Facebook again.
Again.
But yeah, did we hear anything back from the schools when we spoke to them?
No, nothing. I asked them to advertise it, but nobody's submitted anything.
Anything else we can do to push it?
Free press again, I suppose.
Yeah.
Let's
I
all
mean,
take it.
Have we got the judges all agreed now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, so we could do a press release and announce
Okay.
that and kind of.
You know who the judges are, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to do a press release?
I can, yeah.
Yeah, we draft something and then just ping it
Yes.
around via email and
Yep.
we can chip it.
Have we got permission from each of the judges to...
Mention their names.
Yes.
I'll ask Sam. Tesco Dave.
That's going to be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's not going to.
Are you going to ask?
I will ask him, Peter. I'm not sure when he's back to work because he had 3 weeks off and then coming back for a week. So
I don't even know his surname.
no, I don't.
We can't really call him Tesco Dave.
No.
I mean, everybody will know who you mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one was the, I think it was
Olivia.
Yeah.
So,
Don't know her name.
and I will ask the other judge.
Any other thoughts? Moving on. We've only got 12 photographs and I think 1 or 2 are duplicated, aren't there? There's the cemetery, Park Road Cemetery and...
We've got till the end of June, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only other thing is to talk to various community groups and stuff and see whether they can
Well, we can have
push it.
a chat with some of them on Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, I put a poster up with Holbeach St John's.
250 you've got in sponsorship.
Okay, that's good.
Well, there are a few more local businesses that I can drop some...
Great, and you sent out
Yes.
some invoices already.
I'll drop a few more on. Okay, item 82, to receive an update on the Youth Council. And we're going to play this one.
I don't think that we haven't progressed it any
We
further
haven't
since
progressed
the
any
last
further.
meeting, have we?
No.
No.
Do you think we could invite... I can't even remember the lady's name that we spoke to.
Sam Graver.
That's it.
Yeah.
Could we ask her if she... be interested in bringing some students along? No?
Yeah.
If we set
Maybe a committee meeting?
if we set a
Yeah.
committee meeting
We set a
for
committee meeting.
during
where-
school hours,
Yeah.
if we can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, if we could liaise with her as to when, and then we could arrange a committee meeting that is in school hours at an appropriate time, and then we could ask people to come along.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other thought was us going to them, wasn't it?
Yeah, which we can do both.
Yeah.
If it's going to be easier for us to invite them this way first, and then, yeah, we can
Would
do
you
a
like to
mixture.
contact Sue?
Yeah.
Was it?
Sam Graper.
Sam Graper.
Yeah.
Do you want me to contact her?
Yeah, can do, yeah. And then,
And to come to one of the committee meetings rather than not full council.
Yeah.
Good. Item 83, to receive an update on press releases. Any thoughts on that?
the only one that I thought we really need to draft is about the elections,
Yeah.
because that's going to be on the full council agenda as an update. So I thought it might be best if we could draft a bit of a press release, hopefully try and use it as a way to encourage new people to join, because they may not have thought about it unless there was an election. But also for a kind of a bit of an update for Jan to give at the full council meeting, so it all
Mhm.
like joins together. Yeah.
I mean, there are posters up, aren't there, with join Holbeach Parish Council, but
Yeah.
is there anything up to say how many vacancies there are at the moment and where they are?
No, there's not anything up to say how many vacancies on the digital screen.
Yeah.
When that goes in, I have got a sort of rolling bit of text that keeps going around where we can update how many vacancies we've got, and if you're interested, please contact the clerk, along with the poster saying about how to apply
Yes.
and what we do. But yeah, I think it's more that, unfortunately, with the election, although I understand why everybody would like one, it does mean that if we have 2 people standing for that seat and we do call an election, it's going to cost us about £5,000. So I think we just need to probably see how we can word a press release to say, you know, we would love people, we would hope it would inspire people to join. We're open to anybody joining us, but if you do want to stand, then could they contact the clerk in the first instance, because we do have many vacancies available, they can just join. Because it would be a shame for us to just spend £5,000 unnecessarily, really.
A lot of money.
It's just how we word it, I think.
Do you
Trouble is, like
want
we said, sorry,
Yeah.
trouble is, like we said the other day, and that £5,000 could be used for the benefit of the town rather
Yeah.
than an
Yeah, it's a
election.
waste of money, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, basically.
Do you mind if I say something?
Yeah.
Co-opted councillor is no different to an elected councillor, except in that they can't claim expenses, and none of our councillors do claim expenses anyway.
What is the difference between co-option and a casual vacancy?
It is one of the same thing.
It is, because I was casually vacancies on Tuesday, and I just didn't understand what that meant.
Yeah.
It's the same as co-option.
So I mean, somebody can stand for that seat
Yeah.
that's gone up for election. If we only get one person stand, then we don't get any election and no cost. But if you get more than one person stand, you'd end up spending £5,000. And unless you get more than like 10 people standing, all of those people who are unsuccessful could just be co-opted anyway.
Yes.
I was going to say, is it not given protocol? Yes, we've got that one seat that somebody's, or 10 people have put requests in that there's an election on that. So if they apply to come on to that one seat, is it not just automatically filtered into the sense that we've got 6 vacancies, so therefore there are 6 seats, so therefore it won't spark an election?
The election is only for town ward, because that's where the seat is available.
Yeah.
So if 2 people stand, we go for an election for that one seat. the fact that we've got, say, I can't remember, I think it's 4 others
Yeah.
available on town ward is indifferent.
So it wouldn't be that those 2 people would filter
No.
into 2
No.
papers?
Unfortunately,
Okay.
if
If they apply for that 1 seat?
Yeah, if they apply for the 1 seat, they're applying direct to district, the same as you would when we get elections in 2023.
Okay.
Whereas if you're applying for a co-opted seat, then you apply directly to the clerk.
And what happens in the instance, say for instance, we get 2 people that want to be elected, they both go for that, and only 1 is elected, what happens to the other one then? They just filter into...
No, they have to apply.
They would have to apply for co-option separately.
Okay.
But they could, I mean, they could
Yeah,
then
but
join.
they could just drop straight into
Yeah.
that. So the end goal is that, like you say, it's an absolute waste of money.
Yeah,
Is this likely to happen?
I mean, who knows?
Depends who applies.
Yeah, it depends who applies.
They've got 10 days, I think.
Yeah, it's a very short period of time between doing the notification of the election to when they've got to apply. I mean, I would hope that it might be that when you say there's an election, you might get a few people going, oh, okay, I might join, because everybody would love an election, because it's better for us to be voted on than co-opted. However, I think we need to probably explain the situation as best as we can, because it is detrimental for the public rather than a benefit.
The only benefit you could take out of it is if we had 8 people apply,
Mm.
then in effect we could then co-opt after the election.
Yeah,
So in that sense, if you have a number of people that apply, then it would be beneficial,
yeah,
because we're actually then filling the seats that we need to, which we can't seem to fill any other way.
yeah.
Because we're advertising on Facebook, we're advertised through the
Mhm.
press, we've tried going out doing forums, and nothing is encouraging people to come onto the council. So,
Doesn't mean to say that if they all put their names forward for an election and they lose the election,
that they would get
then,
co-opted, yeah.
well, they would then put their papers in,
Yeah.
because they might not.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
Right. What can we put in the Village Voice next time? That won't come out.
Yes, it's May, because there's a
It's
missed one,
May,
isn't
because
it?
this one that I'm just delivering is April and May.
So they put it in May for June.
So we put in the Platinum Jubilee,
Mhm.
which is in this month.
I think the only thing we got. So would it come out? When would it come
It
out?
would be April, May, so it would be
June.
June.
June it would come out.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's too late for the
Jubilee.
Jubilee.
Car show?
Yeah, the only thing we've got is car show in July.
Have we done that? That's been in already, I think, isn't it? I'll have to check. Another one is the yard sale, but that's in May, so
Yeah.
that's too late. What was the other one you said?
Car show.
Car show.
That's 24th of July.
Right.
I'll put a question mark by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can go in again, can't it? As
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any other comments, thoughts? Right. Item 84, to receive an update on the notice board for Holbeach Drive. It's an internal notice board. I unpacked it yesterday and it's got a hardboard back, so it can't go up.
Alright.
So they've agreed to take it back through Amazon.
Mhm.
Well, we did have to pay a little bit of postage, and I've sourced another external one to go up. Which are we happy to buy that?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how much was it.
70 something?
Oh,
It's pretty much the same
That's
price
fine.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
It was. I mean, that particular company that based in Cumbria actually make the external ones as well, so it'd
That's good.
be nice to get it out. Item 85, to receive an update on the Holbeach Parish Council forums and to resolve to agree the next one. Well, I think all of us are going in, going on Sunday.
Yep.
The word has been spread around, so I think potholes is going to be one of them,
Kind of big, isn't it?
which is a non-starter, I think, really. But
Yeah.
at the moment, but I don't know.
Or we can bring it up in county matters at our next meeting, I suppose.
Yeah. So, can we agree on one for May somewhere? Is it worth going out to?
So we've done Holbeach Herne, haven't we? And then we're
One,
doing
the first
some-
one was here, wasn't it? And then
Yeah,
Holbeach Herne, Holbeach St John's. So we need to go out to Holbeach St Matthews or Holbeach St Mark's. I did email Giggles,
Yeah.
but I haven't had a reply yet.
I suppose it's good if you try and latch it on to something else that's going on.
Yeah. I don't know much about Holbeach St Mark's and Holbeach St Matthews. do they?
We did when we were, because we were doing the end of April, wasn't it? Easter duck hunt.
Yeah.
We could combine that with a bit of an engagement type thing.
Okay.
We sort of do the same.
Is it worth contacting, I mean, one of the biggest employers down that way is Backable.
Mhm.
Is it worth contacting them to see if they would be prepared to host one
Yeah.
Yeah.
and attend? I mean, you've got a, you know,
Captive
captive
workforce,
audience.
isn't it?
Is that that's out off the A17 before you get to Fosterdyke?
Yeah, Holbeach and
Okay.
Marks, basically.
Yeah.
Or the other alternative is to do Market Hill.
Yes.
Yeah,
We did
very
talk about
prominent.
we did talk about foyer Tesco as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Either or.
yeah. I think it'd be good to have something very prominent in the town centre, especially as it, I mean, would end of April coincide with when the election sort of situation's happening?
I honestly can't remember
Yeah.
dates.
But it would be useful to have some engagement around that time, because there might be quite a lot of
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, do centre of Holbeach then. And then we
At
can
the end
do,
of April.
then we can do Holbeach and Marks later.
Yeah,
Could we set a date for
Because I know Mark is obviously working,
that?
but
Yeah.
us three could do something in the week, couldn't we?
Yes.
yeah,
Perhaps on a Thursday,
Yeah.
market day.
yeah.
That's all right, you know.
Not a problem at all.
So we got the Easter duck hunt on the 16th of April. Could you just find the details of the election stuff? Because if we can book it in for when people would be applying, then that could be quite a good, because the notice would have gone out.
The posters that came out the other day then reference the Easter egg from Spalding, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not, it's not our Easter egg.
No, and they're doing it
No.
before our one.
Okay.
So I think they're finishing on the 10th of April, and
Right.
we're doing ours
Oh,
on the
they're
16th.
two, I didn't grasp that. They're two separate.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
in South Holland.
And I know one of the shops is doing a
Funky
Easter
doors,
egg
isn't it?
hunt on the same day as us,
Yeah.
so it will kind of connect in, basically.
Yeah.
So if we were to do one during the week, the week starting the 18th of April looks quite busy. This is first day, there's events in PP, yes. And then the following week I'm not here, but I don't have to be here, somebody else could. Would we be able to do it in the South Holland car park or not?
I mean,
We have
Yeah.
to ask permission presumably.
I
no,
think there's other places we can do it, so we're not
yeah,
sparking any, you know, animosity.
I think the foyer of Tesco's are good,
I think it's as good as
rather
any.
than standing
Yeah.
out in the
Yeah.
pouring rain. which
I mean, if you
is
stand,
probably-
you probably need to just ask them
Yes,
beforehand. I suppose it depends, if you stand at the end of their car park,
I mean,
it's bad, but,
Put it like this, we've got Tesco Dave who's going to be doing the
Yeah.
Yeah.
photography judging.
Mhm.
We can advertise that at the same time, maybe on a bit of a notice board with us,
Yeah.
a couple of posters
Hold
and
up
things
a
like
bit of
that.
a billboard.
Yeah, so in that sense, you're advertising that, you're engaging with the public, you know, so,
Mhm.
and I'm sure pretty much Tesco would then, you know, be willing for us to do that in there, especially seeing as Dave's going to be judging it. You know, yeah, well,
Well, they
it's in.
do have, various people in the foyer, don't they?
Yeah,
Charities and all
Mm.
sorts.
I think it'd be a good place.
So publication of the notice of election will be Wednesday the 20th of April.
Okay.
The receipt of nominations is 4 p.m. on Thursday the 28th of April.
Okay.
Appointment of election agents and publication of notice of election agents is all that day. Publication of statements of persons nominated is 4 p.m. Friday the 29th. Last date for registration is Tuesday the 10th of May.
So basically, the 28th of April is the deadline. The
Yeah.
notification of the election goes out on the 20th, but we will be mentioning it on our meeting on the 11th, won't we?
Mm.
So any time between the 11th and the 28th would work,
Mm.
really.
Any suggestions for a day or?
I think Thursday's a cracking because you've got the market there, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah,
And a lot of people do
yeah.
Tesco's and then the market, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So we could say Thursday the 21st.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a meeting at 4. What sort of time would we suggest?
10 till 2.
Yeah, because the market's about that time, isn't it?
Yeah.
At the market.
No,
No,
Tesco.
Tesco.
Actually, in the foyer at Tesco.
So we just need to ask them if that's okay. I'm sure it will.
Who's going to ask Tesco?
Does anybody know the manager or manageress?
I have their contact number.
Did you?
Oh, well, that's
All right then.
that's very nice, thank you. So you check that it's okay.
Mm.
Good. Right, that's that. So that's agreed. We don't need to vote on that or anything, do we?
I would just say
Should we
agree.
see an update and to resolve to agree the
Agree,
next
yeah.
one? Yeah, so have a proposer please. Saying Mark.
All agreed.
Thank you.
Item 86, to receive an update on the Holbeach Drove, Holbeach Drove defibrillator. You said that the money has come through?
Yes, I've got £1,999.20. No, I haven't, but the
Yes.
council has, sorry.
Okay, so that will-
£1,999.20p,
Okay,
which has just arrived. So
Right.
it's gone into earmarked reserve
okay.
to sit there.
Right. And that will cover, bearing in mind that we can claim the VAT back, that will cover it.
So just need to.
Linked your lives.
If-
I gave you the paperwork.
Yeah, you sent it.
Yes,
sorry.
yeah,
But it's just confirming with you which one to order.
yeah, okay. Well, can I get back to you on that?
Yes,
Yeah,
I can take your advice.
yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, that particular one to me looks good because it's semi-automatic and it's, we need to get, although the owners agreed, we need to get her to sign the document again, don't we? So I will go and see her again at some point if you could.
I'll write to the councillor responsible and thank them.
Yeah, I mean, regarding the press release, he was quite keen, Councillor Redgate, that we actually put something in the press, some photographs.
I mean, once it's installed, if we can
Yes.
photographs and put it in the press, then
Yeah.
that'd be good.
I did ask JWK 3 times for a written estimate for installation, which verbally he said was 100 plus VAT, but we need to get 2 other quotes. I don't know any other electricians.
Steve Lewis, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got his contact details. One other, anybody know anybody else?
There's another
There's
one
another
that
one
there is,
based
there
in
are
Fleet,
others.
isn't there?
There
I
are
think,
others that
called-
we have asked for prices from
Okay.
before we.
Pick one.
Yeah.
Pick one, yeah.
Pick one.
When do you have to submit the press release for the voice?
It's usually the first week of
This is mine.
each
Sorry,
month.
fact, which I've got
Okay.
in
So the next one will be first week in May.
there.
I'm just thinking if you can get that scheduled in to be done in the meantime, maybe that could be your main press release to the voice end and then back up on the car show.
Yeah,
I don't know what the lead time is on, buying it and having the thing delivered.
I mean, can you just sort of say we've got the funds and we're going to be purchasing one?
Yeah.
And it should be installed and blah, blah, blah.
I just think it's a good thing to
It is. It's quite a big
Mm.
quite a big thing. I mean, quite a lot of that. It was started off by, I think, one of the parishioners in Tonbridge Drove actually contacted
Mhm.
South Holland,
Mhm.
so I think we could make it. Right, so 2 more estimates we need, and I'll chase up
Yeah.
Tim yet again.
Um,
Item 87 to receive an update on the digital screen.
Okay, so
Where's it gone?
it's currently on the trailer because they loaded it up the other day intending to install it. The concrete wasn't fully set.
Oh,
So we will get that resolved. And then unfortunately when it was ordered, it didn't have the 4G upgrade with it. So, I mean, the people at the place we ordered it from have been brilliant. And we just need to send off the media player with the SIM card. They'll get it all sorted, tested for us and send it back. But I did test it during the week, got the content loaded up on it via Wi-Fi. I sent that off to South Holland as evidence that it works. So everything's sort of ready to go. I've done a basic page for events, and I've just got a few that have come around. The home page at the moment, I've done like buttons of what's on, a town map and directory, and then a bit for parish news. And then I've just got kind of photos going around, which I thought could be the business advertising, so that's the one that's on all the time. Then you've got the what's on page, which is 3 kind of photographs of events that keep going around. So people can do different size posters. The town map and directory is under construction at the moment. The idea is that we could obviously link into the app, which would be brilliant. The only thing is, at the moment, obviously the idea is to connect to it via a SIM card through 4G. We've done a pay-as-you-go SIM card at the moment, so it will only use data when it's uploading new content. If we want to connect into apps or websites and stuff, I presume it will use data every time anybody accesses it. So I thought the best thing we can do is install it, have a pay-as-you-go SIM first, then at our next PR and IT meeting we can review the use and then decide what additional features we want to add on to it and make it more kind of exciting. So yeah,
excellent.
hopefully it'll be done soon.
So it's on the back of a trailer.
It's stored in a secure place,
Okay.
but they loaded it onto the trailer, and then when the concrete wasn't set, they thought there's no point putting it back in here, so
No.
it's
It's
waterproof,
safe.
so it's fine.
Okay, thank you. Item 88, items for discussion and agenda item requests. No?
I would just, if we could agree the way forward with the sort of SIM card situation with the screen, hopefully we'll know what sort of data it's using, and also how you want to kind of create the content moving forward. Anything else you want on it?
Okay. So item 89 to confirm date and venue of the next PR and IT committee meeting.
Would it be possible to avoid Fridays?
Yes, I think, yes, I'm sorry, that was my... Yes, I agree. For your sake. And your
Well,
sake.
it's not a kid, Karen's going to be taking over your...
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
you could do a Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday, and Aaron would be here, so then it'd be easier.
So the first week in May,
Wednesday the 4th?
I haven't got anything down.
Yeah, that looks fine.
So Wednesday the
Is
4th?
that the training?
Oh,
For the
yes.
5th, the training,
Yes.
but I think it finishes at 3, so I should be able to get back here.
Yeah, but that's pushing it a bit, isn't it, from Lincoln
It's
to
far
Leicester?
away.
Is
Any
it?
traffic,
Chance.
I'm sure it's the 4th.
Tuesday the 3rd would be my other job in
That's
Oslo.
can't, that's finance.
So Thursday the 5th?
Unless you can do 4:30 and then finance can sit at 6 if people are happy.
You
On
could do
Tuesday I'll probably struggle for 4:30.
Would you?
Do Thursday.
I would prefer Thursday if we could.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, then.
Can you make 4:30 or would you prefer 5?
On a Thursday, probably prefer 5 if that's possible.
Okay. So Thursday the 5th of May at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Good. As I've forgotten my mobile phone and I haven't got a watch on, I don't know what the time is.
17:34.
Right, it's closed.